And you have received on your zodiac die Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces energy. On the astrological dice, you have received Venus, your north node, Jupiter, some good fortune, and Uranus. Okay, so something that's out there, something that's been hidden, something that's been behind is coming towards you. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Very practical, down-to-earth energy. Feels good, feels competent, feels lucky. Some of you understand that what you put your energy into is what is going to pay off for you. That was the Chariot that I just saw. All right, let's go ahead and see what your overall message is going to be today. All right, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Good things are coming your way. Material wealth, abundance, stability. I'm hearing keeping secrets, holding something back for just yourself. You're not revealing everything to everybody. You're still giving. You're still open. You're still loyal. You're still trustworthy. But there's something here that you have decided you're going to just kind of hold back on. Keep just for yourself. Now, that could be putting money aside for something you want. That could be not telling everybody all of your business, like what your plans are. Maybe you received a gift recently and it's nobody else's business. I feel like you're just keeping something to yourself here. All right, let's dive a little deeper and see what else comes out. With that Nine of Pentacles, yeah, there's definitely stability. Your ability to take care of yourself. Some sort of freedom here. And it may be that you used to divulge all this information to anybody who would listen. Okay, and even if they didn't want to listen, you may have given it to them anyways. But now you're like, nope, this actually sets me free to come and go as I want to believe what I want to, because I'm not going to be judged anymore. Your challenge here is to come in out of the cold. Find that place of peace within yourself, or, you know, that place where you just feel you belong. And that may be the challenge. That may be difficult for some of you to find. There, you know, maybe you're looking in the wrong spot, Spirit is saying, such as you're turning to people instead of turning to your spirituality, your belief system, your own higher power, who is always trying to direct you, guide you, and protect you. And that could be challenging because reality is hard to deny. We see with our eyes what we see, we hear what we hear, and it's like, how can I believe or do anything different than what I'm actually experiencing? It can be challenging, and I do feel like that is what's happening here. But Spirit is right there with you all the time saying, connect with me. Trust your gut. Pray. Ask me for advice. You'll receive it. You just have to be open to it. And I think for most of you here today, right now, whoever's hearing this message at this moment, you are connecting with your higher power. And this is something that you've maybe, I'm hearing for some of you, you stumbled upon this totally like without expectation. Something happened. Maybe you didn't divulge some information. We're not talking about keeping lies. We're not talking about keeping things from people that would harm people. We're talking about a gift that was given to you that nobody else needs to know about. Or you have information on how to do something, whatever. And instead of sharing that automatically, you're kind of holding back. You're saying, you know what, I'm okay with this. I don't have to share this with everybody. And that was by accident that happened, okay? And now you're like, that kind of worked in my favor to do it that way. So what I'm hearing is you may continue to do that. And it might be difficult, off and on, challenging a little bit, off and on, for you to find that center, to find your core, to find that place where you feel like you, without leaving anybody out, excluding anybody. It's a fine line, okay? It is a fine line, but you can do this. You're doing it right here with the Nine of Pentacles. All right. Let's see what else is going to come out here for you. Put that one back in. It was the Page of Pentacles, and she did show up prior to your reading when I was pre-shuffling. So we'll see what the Page of Pentacles means for you. Here, what came out, what's on your mind is the Strength card. Okay, you are thinking about... No, wait a minute. No, this is the Nine of Wands. I'm sorry. This is you persevering, your strength, your own strength. What you keep to yourself is behind you, your experiences, your knowledge. There is something you are holding back on, but you're holding on to it too. It's precious. It's dear. You fought hard to have this. And I don't mean like you had to duke it out with anybody or toil and labor. This was more about the emotional roller coaster you may have been on, you know, trying to overcome a challenge within yourself, to just keep pushing forward, to figure out how to get past the things that were not working for you. You have stuck it out. You're going to stick it out, and things are going to work out for you. Spirit just wants you to connect with Spirit. And if you do that, if you continue to practice that, journal that, meditate on that, think about it often, whatever it is that keeps that energy in your foremind of connecting with your gut feeling, your higher power, your intuition, your divine guidance, whatever that may be for you. If you can continue to focus now and then on that energy, you will be protected, guided, given answers, supported. All right. And you will gain freedom from all those things that are holding you back too. Look at this. Look at this. You've got the Death card and the Fool card. Now, I know for a fact that you guys drew the exact two same cards in a prior reading recently with a completely different deck of cards. This is the final straw, the Death card, that allows you to put something to rest once and for all, to let it go and set you free to start a brand new journey in life. Looking at the ending as something that's actually beneficial to you is a blessing. Okay, this is beautiful. You're not fearing the ending anymore. In fact, you're fed up. Look at the horse's eyes, the steam coming out of the nostrils. It's like enough is enough is enough here. Not going down that road anymore. No, this has to end. And it doesn't just end. It ends whatever is happening, but it brings in a new energy. These two cards came out together. So there could be a rebirth here of who you are, of you bringing something back to life. This is a new path in life, a new journey, a new experience, a new friendship. But this is something that could only come to you because you were finally fed up enough with something else that you put it behind you. You're not giving your energy to that anymore, and it sets you free. See, this Nine of Pentacles here is about your freedom, your sense of stability, your sense of what is right, what you want to offer to other people, and what you're going to hold in reserve for yourself. Beautiful. So you've got a new experience coming your way, and you're going to enjoy this because it was hard earned. Okay, it was difficult for you to overcome this, whatever this is, to let this thing go. It could be a person, a relationship that you've been involved with for a very, very long time. You're letting that go. It could be a belief about how the world works. And, you know, you've fought it. You've tried to prove your point, and you reached a point where you're like, I can't even prove it to myself anymore. It does not make sense anymore. And I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. And Spirit's saying, you have kept your focus on what matters to you. Okay? You're keeping it to yourself. The important stuff is behind the scenes, not what's put out there for the whole world to see. Oh boy, baby, that was important. Ooh, that was important. Let me reel this in. Let me see what I can find out for you here. If I can clarify that a little bit more. Because, here you're thinking you're not giving up. You're persevering here with the 9 of Wands. But again, it was about you having the strength, putting things behind you. In the shadows here, all the wisdom and all the experiences you've learned, you may not need to talk about that. In fact, that's what this message is about. Okay, it's not going to be perfect for everyone. It's not going to resonate on the exact same level for everyone here, but it's going to make sense, okay? You have been through a lot. You have overcome so many challenges here. You are finally getting reconnected to you, who you are, what your core values are, what matters to you most in your life. And a lot of us feel that because we've been through such dramatic situations, that we have to go out there and share those experiences with the world. And I think maybe some of you have been doing that, talking about it. We have to talk about it. We have to overcome and deal with all of the emotions behind the traumatic situation. But I think some of you had this plan to write a book, to get on a TED stage, to go around traveling the world, talking about what happened to you, okay? And that's a noble thought. That's a noble cause. There's nothing wrong with that unless it's not meant for you. And I think that's the journey that you may have been on, but it was not satisfying you. It was not bringing you answers, solutions, healing, okay? You've been through the experience, but you couldn't heal from it and move on from it because you kept talking about it. You kept telling other people about it. And when we focus on something, that's what continues to grow. So your dissatisfaction with that type, whatever you went through, your lack of finding a place where you're comfortable and at home and at ease was missing here because you kept talking about what had happened, the past. I think what I'm hearing here from Spirit is to let that go. Don't worry about saving the world, saving other people. This is about your own personal healing. This is a new course in life, a new path. Now, I'm not saying that you should not continue to help other people if you are actually doing good with sharing your experience. What Spirit wants you to do is change up the narrative. Instead of talking about what has happened in the past, briefly touch on the thing that happened, but then focus all on how you overcame it and where you are today and how healed you are. And you can't do that until you let something go here. I hope that I know it made sense to you. I know Spirit's telling me it made absolute sense. Some of you may resist it, and that's okay because we're not all at the same point in life at the same time. But if you are the person resonating with moving forward, putting something to bed because you're so fed up with talking about it, and that's when we know we're healed, is when we are so sick of hearing ourselves tell that horrible story over and over and over again. We reach the point where we're like, wow, I'm so stuck in this negative energy. I just want to move on. That's what's happening here. You are moving on. You're reaching that point of, I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel on that. I don't want to focus on that anymore. I want to be free. I want to be Me. I want to hold myself dear and important, not saving the rest of the world. And that's not selfish. It is selfish, but in a healthy way. Okay? Sometimes we just have to focus on ourselves. And it could be that the experiences I'm hearing for some of you from Spirit is telling me that some of you were putting so much energy into lifting other people up and getting nothing in return. Not getting what you should have been given in return for your effort, your energy, your love, your compassion, your understanding that you were offering up to the world, and you just were not getting in return. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to say, it's time to stop this. It's time to focus on something different here. You know, what do they say? Oh, that's a terrible saying. That's a horrible saying. I don't even know where that came from. Let me see if I can come up with something a little bit more pleasant. Doing the same thing over and over again, and like nothing is changing. Okay, so it's like I can't. I'm gonna say it. So if you don't want to hear it, go na 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 for about 3 seconds. Okay, ready, set. It's like beating a dead horse. That horse is not going to get back up. That horse is not going to rise. You are not going to be able to return and use that anymore. It's done. It's over. And that's what's here. All right. All right. That was an important message. This is very deep. Very, very, very deep. So you did not get what you were supposed to from that. You cannot get anything else from it anymore. There's nothing else to offer you. All right, so let it go. Put it to bed. Start something fresh and new and bright and brilliant. All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And this card is trying so hard to show itself, these two cards, the Page of Cups and the Star card around the bottom of the deck. All right, what came out for you, though, was the Knight of Pentacles. And what I'm hearing is slow and steady wins the race. And if you focus your attention on what it is you're trying to grow, okay, what you're trying to accomplish, then you may see how you can pivot, change direction, change course, start something new and different based on all the seeds you've already planted. This is a harvest behind this Knight. This is corn that's ready to be reaped. Okay, it's time to bring it all in. But the Knight is here and ready to plant new seeds, new thoughts, new ideas, new adventures. And we have a very large multi-pointed stag in the background with wings. And that tells me that you have a lot of experience, but Spirit is offering you protection here. Antlers represent protection. Protection from enemies who might come at that stag. He can drop his head. Oh, bowing his head, asking for guidance, protection. So you don't have to do this on your own. All right. And I think that's coming back here. Spirit is saying, find your center, find your core. And when you do that, beautiful. The stability comes in. Nothing can make you move from where you're at if you're on the right path. If you're on the right path, nothing can upset you. Nothing is going to bother you. Nothing's going to throw you off course. However, if you're being stubborn, if you're holding on to something that isn't giving you anything, you can get pushed aside easily. You can get upset easily. You can start crying for no reason. Okay, these things are Spirit giving you messages. Stand firm on a new path. Reap what you've had, what you built. Take in all the wisdom, take in the harvest, take in the money, take in whatever. But get started on planting that new thing. So you're on a new journey. Get something growing. Get it growing. Get it going, get it growing. Okay, let's see what else we've got coming out here for you. There was the Three of Pentacles that showed itself but didn't come out. I'm using the Heaven and Earth Tarot, by the way. Huh. Well, those are too many, so... But I do have to show you the Queen of Swords is on top of a bunch of cards that flipped over. But this is the one that came out for you. So we have two knights here. The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So you're planting the seeds. Oh, with this Knight of Swords, he is rushing back into the past. Angry, upset, wanting to correct something. Oh, interesting energy here. I am hearing from Spirit, this is your energy. Deep breath here. Take a moment, pause before you say anything. That's what Spirit is saying to you, my loves. Okay? Pause before you speak in anger. Somebody may be pushing your buttons here with that Knight of Pentacles. Remember I said no matter what happens in your life, if you're on the right path, people can't budge you. Somebody here, someone listening, is being triggered, wanting to go in and correct something that somebody said, prove them wrong. Leave that energy alone. Do not speak in anger. Do not speak in haste, okay? For your own good. For your own good. You cannot change somebody's mind about something when they are so dead set on something. So let it be. Do not try to correct somebody, especially if you're rushing in, like in anger. And I am hearing here that somebody's pushing your buttons, triggering you, causing you to feel like you have to justify yourself. You have to justify the situation. Again, if that's true, then you're not on the right path. Because if you're on the right path, you wouldn't have any of those feelings. You might have the emotions and the feelings, but you would not feel like you have to react. You would respond with steadfastness. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what else is coming out here for you. So there could be somebody going to come and provoke you, poke at you, say something, or you find out from somebody else that somebody said something about you. Don't even let it bother you. Just let it go. Move on. Don't focus on the past. The past is over and done with, and you can't change anything about it. The only thing you can do is take the experience, learn from it, and move forward. All right. Let's go ahead and see what else is coming up here for you. Look at this, 3 nights in a row. And you've got 4 cards here all together with masculine energies riding horses. So this is about breaking free. This is about freedom and power and strength, inner courage, bravery. Taking action where action is needed. This is the Knight of Wands, okay? Now, the Knight of Wands can burn some bridges. Oh, can rush in, say things, do things, set things on fire, and then get out of there. But you know what? That's not always the best energy to be in. Sometimes it's the way. Oh, analogy coming through here. This is clarification. This is how to understand this. All right. Here in Florida, they do what they can call controlled burns. I'm sure they do them in other states. But basically, it used to be lightning would set fields on fire, certain places on fire, and that was to regenerate the earth. Okay? It was to bring back the good nutrients to the soil. Sometimes a controlled burn, an ending of something, letting it go, okay? Even if we have to be, use our anger about the situation internally to propel us forward, is what I'm hearing. You're not burning bridges here. You're burning the past away. You're letting it go so that it can end, so that it can be over with. Oh, this is important. Okay, so yeah, I hope that if that message was meant for you, that you understood that message, that analogy. So this would be like a controlled anger, propelling yourself or anyone forward towards something new, bigger, and better. All right. Especially if you feel like people or things are coming at you from all different directions, this may be why you are like, done. Done. I'm not going to explain myself. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm not going to focus my energy here anymore. I'm going to break free because I'm going to put this to rest. I'm like, you're burning the energy out. You're not giving it any more focus, any more attention. You are in control here. All right, let's see what else comes out for you, my loves. What else is going to come out here for you? Now, normally I tell you persevere, keep pushing forward, but if you are beating a dead horse and you are not getting anything from that anymore, you're not getting paid what you should be getting paid. You're not earning the respect that you should be getting from the situation. Whatever it is, let it go, okay? You're letting it go. Sometimes it's better to let go than to hold on. All right, here we have the Seven of Cups. See, it says on here, the illusionary success, which basically means it's a false belief that you're succeeding. You're not. If you're, oh, here we go again with it, beating the dead horse analogy. If you aren't successful, if you really aren't gaining anything from what you're doing, it's not a success. If you're not getting happiness from it, if you're not getting paid for it, if you're not getting the respect for it, if you're not moving forward in your life, if you're not happy in the relationship, whatever it is not true success. Even though you're telling yourself, well, I've been doing this and it's working, we're still together, I'm still on this job, that's not success. That's existence. Okay, so keep that in mind. Seven of Cups there. There's a lot of different opportunities for you to take part in. Don't hold yourself to something that is not working. Set yourself free. And I think you're learning that. And you're very happy with that. All right, let's go ahead and see what the last card here in the tarot reading is going to be. And then we'll move on to an oracle message. Let's see what the last word is here. And there it is. Look at that. Justice. Nope, the High Priestess. But it was reading like Justice because she's holding her arms out as if she's balanced, okay? She's saying everything's equal. As is here, as so it is here. I'm also hearing something about as it is within you, it will be outside of you. So what you are feeling inside is what you're going to project out to the world. And she is in a pose of peace. All right, she is in peace. Now, her sword is over here and it's planted in the ground or leaning up against the wall at the very least. It does look like it's planted in the soil. Point down. Okay, she's not touching the sword, but there is truth there. There is absolute truth. It's been acknowledged. You see it. You know it. You're feeling it. What is on the other side here? Let me find my little crab magnifier. Because she's got her hand over something else. Oh, it looks like plants. Like two little plants are sprouting from the ground. So she's saying she acknowledges that something has been let go. It's over here. It's in the past. Okay, this is always the past in my tarot readings. This is the future. Okay, so what is here is gone. What is here is now growing. But that's like state of life. It's always in that cycle. It's always Something's growing and something is being let go at the exact same time. Different things, but something is being let go and something new is growing. This is about being able to feel that energy, trusting your higher power, having a connection to the beyond, spirituality. Oh, this is an important, beautiful message for you. All right, so ending with the High Priestess is beautiful. I'm going to show you what's on the bottom of the deck, though. The Tower. And then that's the Nine of Cups, your happiness. So there's an epiphany coming to you, an understanding, a clarity, a letting go, a healing, and it brings you your happiness. Look at that, and the sun is right behind there, right behind the Nine of Cups. So Tower, Nine of Cups, and then the sun. Beautiful. All right, my loves, that may come out in your next reading. Who knows? Be sure to tune in next time. All right, let's get you your oracle message here. We're going to get you an angel number. Whoa. Just about threw about 4 decks of cards on the floor. So you could be avoiding a mess by acknowledging some sort of truth. Yeah, if you don't let somebody trigger you here. Step back. Be steadfast. If you're feeling right, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. Well, maybe the law, but I don't think that's anything to do with this reading here. Oh, boy. All right. So I'm getting something else with this High Priestess. A confidant, somebody you can trust to speak to. I'm getting possibly a sister, a mother, and a brother, somebody that you really have deep trust in, that you may want to like share something, but not everything. Hold something in reserve. And again, look at this. I saw the camel and I couldn't figure out what the camel meant for this particular message. The camel has a hump that holds water in reserve. So when it's out there alone in the desert, toiling to carry a human being across the desert, before it can get to the oasis, it's holding that water in reserve for itself. So your message started with holding something in reserve for yourself, and it's ending with that same message. All right, look at this. You just got 1717 the other day. Yesterday. Was it with, and it was with the other deck. Okay? So this one says drama alert, but it's about your independence, your soul mission. Are you connecting with yourself? Are you feeling in control of your life? All right? Taking time to meditate, learning, healing, that letting go. You don't have to heal the world. You just need to focus on healing yourself. Then if you want to heal something else in the world, you can focus on that again. All right, and this is about your aspirations, what you are trying to achieve in your life. Take a few deep breaths and focus your attention inward. It is time for you to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you will need to rely completely on yourself. Right there, that Nine of Pentacles, okay? But you might not believe it, but you are heading in the right direction. What appears to be a quiet time in activity is just a natural part of the process before things speed up. All right, so you've got 1717, and then you've got 0707. Incredible. So 7s and 8s. Love this. 0, 1, 7, and 8s. Compromise. You know, it's about your self-awareness, knowing who you are, what you want, how to let things go, how to forgive and move on. And forgiveness does not mean you're condoning anybody's behavior, actions, or anything else. All right. This is about your tenacity, your Nine of Wands, your ability to hold on to what you want, and your freedom. Let go of that which no longer serves you. Stop holding on to the grudges. Stop letting people trigger you. Express your emotions for yourself. Talk about what is happening. If somebody is triggering you, do not react. Okay? Speak coolly, calmly, and when you're ready to. Try to find a compromise within yourself. This is not about a compromise with anyone else. This is a compromise within yourself. Can you admit something about your shadow side? All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Where there's a lack of understanding, sometimes it's best to just let it go. If you can't figure out why that horse will not get up and walk again or carry you, it's time to let it go. It's time to move on. And that truth is what will set you free. That high priestess energy right there. All right, my loves, until our energy crosses again, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.